All right, you know what it is. It's unique Mecca audio, man. I'm going to be talking about the Young Thug trial delay. The Young Thug trial delay. Pay attention, sit back, enjoy the ride. I'm going to break in a little one of my stories on how they delayed my Kingpin charge, which is considered as the RICO. You know what I mean? It's the cousin. They call them kissing cousins, the RICO and the continual criminal enterprise. So sit back, I'm going to teach y'all a few things today. All right? All right, unique Mecca audio, man. As you see, we got Young Thug and his lawyer up there. I like this black dude. You know, he remind me of my lawyer. I had a lawyer called Trevor Headley. You know, I don't even know if he's still alive. I hope he's still alive because he was a great man. They delayed Young Thug's trial until January. This is the middle of December. Do you know what that's going to be like for jury to remember everything they heard? We know they took notes and all that, but you be in a flow. Now, they sitting here dragging this trial out a year. Now, this here was the longest jury selection in history. It took approximately 10 months to do the jury selection alone. Then they turn around and then now they postpone the trial until January. So they got like almost a 3-week break until they do this. Now, you know, because, you know, I like to ride. You know, I like to ride. Now, I'm going to ride with you about how my trial went. I had a co-defendant. I'm not even going to say his name. I had a co-defendant and you know, he had a hernia, and it's a nice prison story. That's how I blend everything, because I've been, you know, associated with everything. Well, I had a co-defendant that came from Rikers Island. You know, he had a crazy case. You know what I mean? They said that he allegedly shot his baby mother and killed her because she was pregnant. And while then he went to the local police station to report that he found the body, which was the first mistake. So once he came, they normally look at the first person that finds a body as the suspect. And then here he is the lover, you know? So that made him a double suspect. So once they did that, they come in, then they locked him up for it. And then he mentioned my name, my brother's name, because he didn't even know who I was, because it's one of the dudes that used to cop for my brother. He wasn't even a co-defendant. They just made him a co-defendant. That's the same way they do, you know, in Chicago. When they roll in on O Block, they're going to roll in on everybody on O Block, anybody that's associated with the gang, they're going to be a co-defendant, and they're going to put them in a RICO and make it like all of them was working together, even though they wasn't working together. My co-defendant didn't even know me. You know, they didn't call him to testify at the trial because he had a couple of vicious, you know, bodies on the case. So they didn't call him, but, you know, they just put everybody on the case. So now they postponed Young Thug's murder trial until January. I think it's January 6th or something like that. Now they postponed it. It's the same thing. When I was going to trial, my co-defendant came from Rikers Island. All he did was lift weights on Rikers Island, and he wound up catching a hernia. So when he came down to Virginia, he had to go out for the hospital. When he went out for the hospital, being that they was keeping us in, you know, Virginia Beach County Jail because they didn't have MDC, Metropolitan Detention Center is what they call it for Virginia. So they kept us in like Virginia Beach, Suffolk, Portsmouth, and then of course they had the rat bastards over there in Gloucester County. Now, Gloucester County was like this. Gloucester County, they had it where they came around every morning, being that it wasn't really a big jail. It was just a jail for a little town called Gloucester County, that people had like traffic violations, things like that. And they putting, you know, dudes with RICO over there and continual criminal enterprise. That's the 848 Kingpin case. If you became a snitch, if you became a rat bastard, you went there. Now, when you go over there, they ask you, what do you want to eat? Could you believe that? They ask you in the morning for breakfast, what would you like to eat for breakfast today? You say scrambled eggs, bacon, and and pancakes. And they actually bring that. Then they ask you what you want for lunch. You say hamburgers, French fries, and I want a side order of cheesecake. This is the prison, but this is how they treat the rat bastards. When in the meantime they was giving me bologna and cheese because I refused to be a rat bastard. So that's how they do it. So now my co-defendant is over there because at this time he wasn't telling yet. He was telling, but he wasn't telling. So they put him in a unit, and then they put him in a unit with me to get intel. So once they put him in a unit with me, he let me know straight up, yo, I don't know you. I'm not going to tell no lies on you. I'm just trying to save my life because they offered me the death penalty. They was offering my co-defendant the death penalty. They sent me and my brother's case up to the death penalty, but, we beat it. Big round of applause to Janet Reno for not taking the death penalty. Big round of applause to Janet Reno. All right, calm down, y'all. Calm down. Calm down. Let me tell them who Janet Reno is. Janet Reno was the attorney general at the time. Janet Reno is the one that told them to roll up in Waco when they, bodied a lot of innocent kids and threw tear gas in there and all that. But Janet Reno, she was a Democrat, so they wasn't really for the death penalty, so they spared me and my brother's life. Now, they had my co-defendant who they was trying to body because he had a body because he asked somebody, right? Because I'm riding, I'm riding. My co-defendant, they allegedly said that he rolled up on a dude and said, yo, you hear the fireworks? 4th of July. They asked him, you hear the fireworks? He said, nah, what fireworks? And my co-defendant allegedly put the joint to his head and bang! You know what I mean? That was it. You know what I mean? That was the fireworks. So that's how crazy it was back in those days. So imagine that. Now, if you sit there and think that you're going to tell on somebody and you're going to go back in the hood, that's a no-no. You and your family is both in danger. But anyway, that was one of the joints. Then they got him for another joint where they said that he allegedly, bodied his girlfriend because she was pregnant. And she was cheating on him, and she was in the house taking a shower. He had a key to the house. He allegedly said he went in the house and he bodied it and ran to the police station and said, hey, I found the body. They came back. They made him a suspect. He got scared to death when they started talking about the death penalty, and he folded. Yeah, he folded, So once he folded, they turn around and they ask him, what could you do to save yourself? Man, he said, I know. A big drug dealer got a brother in New York, and they supplying everybody down in Virginia, da-da-da-da. So they said, now we could talk. Because that's how they work. When you got information, they talk. No information, you don't talk. So the dudes at the bottom of the totem pole usually don't have information to give up, so they get caught up. Dudes at the top, they got information, so they give it up. So the same thing with Young Thug. Because, I'm blending all this in. So sit back, pay attention, and let me ride, man. The same way they got people that's at the bottom of the totem pole on the YSL indictment. So being they got them at the bottom of the totem pole, they tell them, tell us something that, could get you immunity. Immunity means you leave with no prosecution and anything you say can and won't be used against you. So, they throw all kinds of stuff in. They even make up stuff. But they brought that in. So now, my co-defendant's down there. He had to go to the hospital. This is how my trial got postponed. So that's why this is all coincides. Just sit back, enjoy the ride, and let me do what I got to do. So my co-defendant sat there, and he came back, and he told me he got a hernia. They went to take him to the hospital. They take him to the hospital. We in Virginia Beach because they didn't have a metropolitan center, detention center. So when he went, they thought that he was just another dude with like a traffic violation, which is what they held in the Virginia Beach County Jail. So they took him out. They put no belly chains on him, you know what I mean? But they did put shackles on him. So he go to the hospital. Listen to this story. This story is great. You know what I mean? It's great. Not to promote it, but just let you know that things that's great, you got to say they're great. You know what I mean? But he goes to the hospital. When he goes to the hospital, he goes for a hernia, and he's rocking, that's what we call it, rocking him to sleep. He's rocking the police that took him. They call marshals. He rocking the marshals that took him to sleep, but it wasn't even marshals that took him. Being with Virginia Beach, they took a whole bunch of people from Virginia Beach that had to go to the local hospital, and they took my co-defendant in there that allegedly, had 3, bodies on him. you know. So now when he go, he tell him, man, I'm getting ready to go home, so I'm trying to get, Virginia Beach to pay for my hernia operation. Why should I pay for it? If I could get them to pay for it, I'll be home in a week. So I'm glad they taking me early. I thought they was gonna postpone it. So he did that, and they listening to him, and they thinking he's just one of these little dudes with one of those little charges. So when he goes in the hospital, after he goes in, he tell him, yo, I got to use the bathroom. They take the man to the bathroom. When they take him to the bathroom, he goes to the bathroom. So when he goes to the bathroom, he tells them, like he's handcuffed, you know what I mean? And, matter of fact, he did have the belly chain on. He's handcuffed, he got the belly chain on. So he sits there and he tell him like, yo, come on. You know what I mean? How am I going to pull my joint out to use the bathroom? So they took one of the handcuffs off. So when they took it off, boom, he hits him. You know what I mean? So then he hits him with another one. Bang, uppercut. You know what I mean? Then he hit him with a crossover. You know what I mean? And then he hit him with a straight right. Bang, and he drops him. So now the police that took him is out cold. He grabbed the keys, but the police, because back in that time there was a lot of military police, so he had the key on an M16 bullet. So being that he had it on an M16 bullet, picture this now. Y'all got to use your imagination, because I don't have time to edit and all that right now, and y'all ain't donating enough cash app for me to pay an editor, so I got to do this on my own. They got the key on an M16 bullet. He grabs the key, and he runs out the, emergency room. And there's a car parked out in front. There's a car parked out in front. He done grabbed the .357 Magnum from the police. So he out there and he throws it up in the car parked in front face. Big dude, about 6'6", 280. So he throws it on him. Bang. So when he throws it on him, he tell him drive. Dude start driving. So while he's driving, he say, you know what it is. Go north. Because he figured they expected him, go south. They expected him to go north because he's from New York, but he went south. And while he going, the dude that was in the car come to find out he was a bouncer. You know what I mean? But the dude was real slick. So he rocked my co-defendant to sleep the same way my co-defendant rocked, the police, the Virginia Beach police that took him, to the hospital to sleep. Pay attention to this, You see Young Thug there looking intricate, because that's what you got to do. You got to pay attention to the trial. So now he goes, and the dude is telling him like, yo, we got to get those shackles off. So he takes the key and he bends over, but he's nervous, my co-defendant. He tries to take the key to the handcuff that they had welded on an M16 bullet and take it and untie the shackles. When he went to untie the shackles, the key broke in it. So now they stuck. So here go the dude driving. He says, yo, we got to go somewhere and get you a hacksaw. We got to get that off because the police see it. They're going to know what time it is. I'm going to help you whatever you need. So now they pull up and he said, pull over, go to the store. Dude said, I got some weed, allegedly, pay attention. This is what was told to me by my co-defendant when he came back to the jail. The dude that he, kidnapped said that he got a joint, So he tells him that, he want to go to the store. So the dude go to the store and the dude buys him a 40 OD, Old English, you know what I mean? And then he sat there and he bought him a Philly blunt. He got back the car. This the hostage. He rolls up a Philly blunt. So he rolls a Philly blunt. They smoke in a joint, and my co-defendant come back. My co-defendant was a clown because he was a straight gangster. But you know what I mean? My co-defendant said straight up. You know what I mean? And pay attention. You know what I mean? Because this is how people try and correct the wrongs of working with the government. Because my co-defendant is the one who brought my brother's name up that wound up bringing my name up so I get caught in it. But I got with my co-defendant, and instead of just jumping on him and stabbing him up, you know what I mean? I sat him down and I explained to him how this thing worked. I said, you can make this right, I said, they think you're going to testify, so you got to do what you got to do. But wherever you at, that's on you where you go. But I explained to him that that's going to be on your jacket for the rest of your life. You got 3 bodies. You don't want to go in the system with 3 bodies and being a rat bastard. You know what I mean? So this is what happened. So after I broke it down to him, it was his choice to make after that, But I see that the kid was trying to be a gangster. He looked up to me, so I know that he was going to listen to me. So I told my co-defendant straight up, I said, look, my nigga, you go in trial and you testify against anyone, including myself, you're going to be labeled, a rat bastard. And I know you don't want that on your jacket. So he said, nah, I don't want that on my jacket, big you. I said, all right, so this is what we're going to do. So when he goes out, they get the blunt, they smoking the joint. And while they riding, right, he talking to the dude that he grabbed hostage. And guess what comes on the radio? My co-defendant's a clown. He said what came on the radio was that song, it's getting kind of hectic. It's getting kind of hectic. You know what I mean? How more hectic could it be than you escaping from the federal prison lockup and you handcuffed and shackled, broke the key in the joints, and you sitting there driving with a hostage and the hostage is trying to help you? Could you get any more hectic than that? You know what I mean? So while that's going on, they riding, you know? So the dude tell him, yo, I'm gonna pull over. You got the Magnum. You could try and shoot the leg irons off. So this is prison leg irons, you know what I mean? So they pull over on the side of the road and he try and shoot the joint with the Magnum and he shot the prison. This is what he tells me, right? This is how much of a funny dude this is. But, you know, we had to make fun of anything we could get. So he sat there and he picked his leg up and put it in the ground, laid the chain on the ground, you know what I mean? And he fires the Magnum on the chain, boom! So when he fires the Magnum at the chain, he said that joint went right through the dirt, didn't even do nothing to the federal cops. He said, yo, you, let me get the camera on this. He said, yo, you, them federal chains is made out of platinum or something, man. Them joints is Teflon. He said that joint didn't break, but he didn't want to waste the bullets in case he had to have a shootout. You know, so they get back in the car, they drive it. So then the driver tells them, yo, you know, we got to go to somebody's house. Maybe somebody got a hacksaw in their garage, you know. So they pull up and they go knocking on the door. And here he goes, handcuffed and shackled. And can you believe what he tells the police? He tells the police, yo, you know, we was playing around with the handcuffs and shackles, you know, and we lost the key and we need a hacksaw to get it off. People slammed the door in his face. You know what I mean? So when they slammed the door in his face, he goes to the next door, a couple of doors down, and somebody answered. And the lady answered, seen him, and she called the police. Now they know where he at. They got the helicopters flying overhead, looking for him. So while they flying overhead looking for my co-defendant, they spot him while he riding on the highway. And he said that the radio was playing, "It's Getting Kind of Hectic." Remember that song? I don't remember who it was by. If y'all know who it was by, put it in the comments. So he said when that happened, they caught him up in the joint, and then they lower down with the helicopter. They got the guns pointed at the car, and the dude said, yo, whatever you want to do, you know what I mean? I don't have a problem dying with you because, you know, we in this together, you know? So my co-defendant looks at him, he says, and he's thinking, damn, he wouldn't die with me. And my co-defendant said, man, I ain't trying to die. That's why I told on, you know, Unique's brother in the first place, you know, and got the indictment started on them. You know, so they pulls over. So when they pull over, the police surround the car. They tell them throw the gun out. They throw the gun out, and my trial was set for like March 1994. They postponed my trial. That's why I know what Young Thug going through. They postponed my trial till June 1994. So when my co-defendant comes back in, he come back in and he laughing like a mother, you know. He all bruised up because they whooped him real bad like he stole something, you know, which he tried to steal his freedom. So they done bruised him all up. He coming in, he telling me the story, we laughing like a mother, you know. And he said, you, don't worry about it. I ain't testifying against nobody. Forget that government, you know what I mean? So now they called him to testify in another trial that he mentioned somebody's name on that had, what he had a drug charge. And my co-defendant was the co-conspirator because my co-defendant told that he sold the drugs to him. So when he told that he sold the drugs to him, hold on, man, hold on. You know I answer my phone. Yo, what up? Who this?
This Money B, what's up, OG?
What up, family? I'm sitting there doing a joint talking about, you know, Young Thug, how they postponed his trial and how I know what he going through. You want to say something about that? You are being recorded, so if you don't want to be recorded, I don't play no, what they call it, rat bastard shit and record without letting you know. So if you want to speak on that, speak on that. If not, you know what I mean? I'll hit you when I get off.
Oh, yeah, we definitely going to speak on that. First of all, man, free Thug.
All right, all day.
Live, man, from Baltimore City, we reporting live. Thug holding up strong, man. You know, he holding on, man. He trying to get back uptown.
You already know.
Uptown, that's all. Everybody that jump ship on him, but don't worry, because as soon as he get back uptown, he get back to the bag, they be back. Ain't got no love for him.
You already know how we do, son. You know, but I'm telling this story. You want to sit on and listen real quickly? You can come in if you want.
You know I'm trying to listen. You know I'm on here. Let's rock.
So we gonna. He already said, you know, he a regular subscriber because he already know Unique Mecca Audio. We ride over here, man. So if you think I'm deviating or whatever, go to another channel. I'm gonna give you 3 seconds. Go to another channel. All right, and take this with you on your way out. All right, because 9 times out of 10, you a rat bastard, flip-flop wearing in public. and definitely a troll. Now, so check it. I'm gonna give you a little recap where we at, B-Mo. So my co-defendant gets locked up, and he came up to from Rikers Island in New York. He got a hernia. They take him to the hospital. He go to the hospital. They take him with the local police, with the other little local dudes, because they didn't have a metropolitan detention center. So they take him to the joint, and with the regular people. So he rocked the correction officer that drove him, the local police that drove him, that he going home in a week, that he getting an operation for free, and he good. He got to go to the bathroom. He got handcuffs and shackles on, and he tell the man, I'm going to use the bathroom with the handcuffs and shackles. I go home in a week. Dude took him off. He knocked him out. Boom, boom, boom. Punched the police on his face, upper body, knocked him out, grabbed the 357 Magnum, grabbed the keys off his waist, ran out to the car, kidnapped the car out front. Big 6'8" dude, 6'5", whatever he was, and he threw the joint on me. Told him to drive down south. Dude driving down south, and my co-defendant said while they driving down south, he heard a song playing on the radio, because this is 1994, talking about it's getting kind of hectic. Now,
I was just born.
Yeah, all right, well, they had a song I called It's Getting Kind of Hectic. It's getting kind of hectic. And my co-defendant telling me the story, and he telling all that, you know what I mean? So while he doing all that, they tried to go to a door to get to go get a hacksaw. Couldn't get a hacksaw. They called the police on them. Helicopter followed them. They pull over on the side of the road. They take the 357 Magnum. They took it to the police and tried to blow the government issued shackles off. And the bullet didn't do nothing to the shackles. So he laughing about how strong government shackles is, and we laughing like a mother. You know what I mean? And he's like, man, listen, true story. I know this is wild, but this is how my life has been, right? So he's sitting there talking about it's getting kind of hectic. So while he doing all that, the police surround him. They got the helicopter right in front of him with the M16s and all these big ass guns. I don't even know what M's they was, but they got it pointed at him. And the dude said, "Man, the hostage is rocking my co-defendant to sleep." He said, "Man, I'm gonna die with you, man, because we gonna roll this all the way till the wheels fall off." This the hostage talking. So when he see that, my co-defendant heard him say that. My co-defendant said he snapped back to reality and said, "Man, I ain't trying to die. That's why I brought up your brother in the first place and got your ass down here. But I'm gonna do whatever I could do to free you, because I was only 18, I ain't know no better, this and that." So if I was just the knucklehead instead of a kingpin, I would have just bang, 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 and hit him with a Bethel hammer, as Bunky Pound said, but I had to use a different method. So I had to let him know that this is not how gangsters go out. You made the wrong decision because you didn't have a gangster around you. So therefore, he got us all caught up. So now they get out the helicopter, they come back to the jail. My co-defendant telling me the story on what happened. They even smoking weed, drinking Colt 45 that the hostage brought for him. This is how crazy this joint is, right? So now when we get back to the joint, they locked my co-defendant up, and then they put him back in the unit with me because they're trying to see if he's going to get intel, but the whole time he apologizing for what he did. And there's no apology for ratting or being a rat bastard. But me, I had to be the bigger man, suck it up, and just, listen to what he said and try and get his head on the right path. So I told him, if you go in there and testify against these people, you already got 3 bodies. My co-defendant had a body they said allegedly his girlfriend was 6 months pregnant. They allegedly said he shot her in the head, killed her, and then went to the local police station to report the body, charged him with the murder. Then he started telling. Then there was another one where he rolled up on a dude, in Harlem, and said, "Man, you hear the fireworks? You around 4th of July?" Dude said, "Nah, I don't hear no fireworks." And he shot him in the face with a 357 Magnum, blew his face off. I know this grab, I just keep it 100. So now, then he goes down to Virginia, and somebody owed him $800. So the dude that put him on the dude that owed the $800, he tell him straight up. He said, "Yo, you already know what we got to do." So they sat around, they waited, and then when they caught up with dude, dude threw the joint in his face, hit him with a Magnum in his face, blew his chin off, and my co-defendant said, "Man, you ain't do it right." Smacked him and and this is my co-defendant's statement. This ain't no ratting. This is what my co-defendant told the police. He said he smacked my man, and he took the Magnum, stood over him, and he put 4 on his chest and aired him out. Autopsy came in and said that they charged them. The autopsy came out and said that the vital bullet was one that went to the torso, and my co-defendant said he only hit the dude in the face, with the Magnum, and the other dude, and that's the one that they charged for the body that was on trial with me. And then the other one that was ratting, he said that he smacked him, took the joint after he hit him in the face, blew his chin off, and showed him how to air dude out. And they said it was the bullet to the upper torso that aired him out. So my co-defendant beat it on a technicality because they said they never charged him with attempt murder. Instead, they just charged him with the actual joint. So being they charged him with the actual joint and then charged him with the attempt joint, and the joint they hit him in the face was just It wasn't a valid organ, and my co-defendant said he stood over him, aired him out, gave him 4 to the chest. Autopsy said it was one of the 4 to the chest that demised him. So now, my man beat the trial. When they leaving the trial, right? Listen to this, B-more. When we leaving that day, after the verdict was read and we went out, I met my co-defendant doing the trial. I didn't even know the dude, young boy. Played with, his name was, I ain't gonna say his name, but he played with Ivan Iverson down there in Virginia. We was all caught up in a bowling alley thing with Allen Iverson. That's how I go back and I'm connected to everything. So when we go out and I'm leaving, they got helicopters following me. They got me in a police van and they got like 4 police cars in the front, 4 police cars in the back. They got motorcycle police and they taking me back to the jail and they just found me guilty and I know I'm getting ready to get life in prison. And I look to my left and I see my man sitting at the bus stop and he got his jacket, his suit jacket from his trial over his shoulder, and he look over at me, I'm in the tinted windows, but he look over at the van that he know I'm in, because that's the van he went there that morning, but they released him, and we at the Granby Street bus station over in Norfolk. Y'all from Norfolk know what I'm talking about. So when they did that, I look out and I see him, and I seen him shaking his head that he felt my pain. But I'm sitting in the joint and I'm smiling because I felt his joy, because that's how gangsters do. If one of us don't make it, as long as one make it, that's a call for celebration. You know what I mean? That's a call for celebration. So calm down. The crowd keep applauding. Relax, man, relax. So now we get back to the jail. You understand? So now they tell me that they postponing my trial. It was supposed to start in March 1994 until June 1994. So that's why I know what Young Thug going through. They just postponed his trial for another 3 weeks until like January 6, 2025, after the jury done heard all this. Could you believe that this trial, the jury selection took 10 months? They said it's the longest in American history to bring this black man down. It took 10 months for the jury selection approximately. So that's what happened. So we get back to the joint. So now we over here and we got Young Thug. So now Young Thug, they just postponed the trial. When I was ready to go to trial in March. If I would have went in March, I felt I would have beat it. But they used my co-defendant trying to escape, you know what I mean? And kidnapping dude and all this that went on to have a legitimate reason to postpone the trial, because in the Fed, they have something called a speedy trial where they got 60 days to take you to trial. And you always ask for speedy trial because if you take longer, then it gives them a chance to get more evidence. We didn't want them to get a chance to get more evidence, so I put him for speedy trial, and they were scared to death. And then here goes my co-defendant trying to escape, and he tried to escape. Now they come back, and then they say, that they postponed the trial because of my co-defendant. And my co-defendant wouldn't even go to trial with me because he already pled guilty. But that's how they postponed my trial. So I know what Young Thug going through. Now his jury have to sit back and, remember everything they had, go through their notes, remember what they wrote in their notes to pick up where they left off. Right there should be a mistrial, but they did that because they said that his co-defendant Sheldon Stillwell got hit up, by a dude named Willie Brown, that he had a fight in the joint, got hit in the abdomen multiple times, and he took him to Grady Hospital on the outside. So they got a legitimate reason to postpone it. So that's why I know what, Young Thug going through, because it's the same thing how they postponed my trial for my co-defendant trying to escape. I mean, you can't get no more crazy than this. But now, Young Thug got a, hope that now his lawyer could go in and ask for at least bail, because they had all these postponements and long jury selections and all this. And, God willing, the brother would get a chance to go home and fight it from the street and see a little freedom until the outcome. But that's what's going on. So, what do you think about that story and them postponing Young Thug's trial? I'm getting ready to end after I get your comment.
Man, they doing them dirty. Come on, you know how they playing them, OG. They using his celebrity status to try to go ahead and railroad him, but yet they let everybody else cop out and get out, and they left my man sitting there. Ain't nobody really keep it real. Everybody know they supposed to stick to the G code. If we telling them we not nothing, we ain't nothing. So you're not supposed to use if you get a pass, and I'ma just say, yeah, it was, but it wasn't. No, you don't say nothing. We don't cooperate with them people in no type of way. We gonna all hold up until we get out of here. That's it. That's love.
That's what I'm saying. Yo, you know what? You get a round of applause. You get a round of applause. You know what I mean? Because that was very well spoken. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Because, we're not promoting this, but if you choose to go on the street and be a part of this, these are the rules and codes and principles and conduct of being a gangster. I'm telling you, don't be a gangster. Don't get caught up in the street. But if you choose to do it, know that there's rules, just like there's rules in basketball. If you double dribble, you get a foul. If you tell, you get decapitated. In my era, not promoting anything, just letting you know what happened. But nowadays, there's no repercussions, you know what I mean, to ratting, you know what I mean? So that's why we have so many rat bastards that think it's all right. But we're not promoting anything, just letting you know, stay off the street, don't get involved, you know? So you got anything else you want to say, big bro?
Tell them one more thing, OG. Like I said, with your blessing, man, I've been a fan since day one. You motivated me, and that's your job to motivate the youngins. I'm a young 27-year-old man. I just started my own channel. I need everybody's support, man. Go on your search bar and type in @VMoney with 3 Ys, man, and subscribe. I'm coming with that heat all year, just like my OG told me to. Thank you, and I love y'all support, OG. Let's ride.
All right, well, tell them that channel one more time, because I'm with helping a brother out.
My channel is, you can go on the search bar, type in the @VMoney with 3 Ys. That's VMoneyYYY. And make sure y'all smash that subscribe button. I'm growing every day. I'm coming with that heat, just like OG said.
Yo, check it, right? This is what we're going to do, family. Just to show them how real I am. Because, you know, we get a lot of rat bastards and flip-flop wearing public trolls that, you know, instead of confronting you, I put my number on the screen. Instead of them using my number on the screen, they'll rather go up there and talk blasphemy, tell lies about me, when they could just call me. You know what I mean? But they think that I'm going to get on their show to clear up the lies that they tell. But what I'm going to do for you to show you how real I am, you caught my number. You got a channel you're trying to start, which is called, tell them one more time.
It's called Stories with V. Go to your search bar right now on YouTube. Type in the @VMoneyYYY. That's 3 Ys. And make sure y'all smash that subscribe button, man, and help me grow every day, man. I done changed my life. I'm trying to get on this path thanks to OG, you. So like I said, man, just help me out, man, so we can grow and we're going to do this thing together, man. And salute again to the OG, man. All
right, so this is what we're going to do. You get it organized, and I will be one of your first interviewers on your channel, regardless if I got 70,000 and you got 200 views, 20 views, whatever. We're going to set it up where I'm going to get on your channel to show these rat bastards and flip-flop wearing public clowns and trolls that think that they're going to get me on their channel by telling lies. Just be a man about it. Right or wrong?
Right, always.
All right, so that's what it is. We're going to do that, family. I'm going to call you when I get off. Let me get ready to tap out, all right?
All righty, salute.
Salute, family. Make sure y'all go tap in. Tell them the channel one more time, because we ain't play no
Like
games.
I said, man, rush to that search bar right now. Rush to the search bar right now and type in @VMoneyYYY. That's 3 Ys. And make sure y'all smash that subscribe button. It's me with the black shirt on with some shades, with the Morton sign in the background. That's Morton Steakhouse, man. I'm coming with that heat. Thank you.
All right. I'm going to talk to you, family one, you know?
All right.
But, you know, that's how simple it is that these, you know, rat bastards don't understand. My number is on the screen. It's not only now because I'm using the backdrop from this, but my number for you rat bastards, you know what I mean? Flip-flop wearing public trolls that might want me on your channel. I don't deal with rat bastards. Let me keep that 100. But, you know, for you trolls, you know what I mean? You don't have to troll me to get me on your channel. Just call 917-680-9091. And if you ain't no rat bastard, I'll be honored to get on your show to help your channel grow. And that's what we do over here at Unique Mecca Audio. So let me hit the outro right now. Cop the book of Raw in Harlem. You know what I mean? Hold up. You know, let me show you what time it is. You know, it's a prison cell. Cop the book of Raw in Harlem. Subscribe to the video. Like the video. And share these videos. And hit the notification bell. All right? And you already know what it is. My Instagram channel is on the screen, Unique Mecca Audio, and my Cash App is on the screen. I don't care if it's $1, $5. If you ain't got that, just send me an emoji and we good. All right?
Cheers. Toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
What?
Mecca audio, Mecca
out the can of 26. He back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. An Instagram page and a YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a Kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be horning uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, you we got a lot to give. Now you trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community yours. So we can give back to the youth them. Cause they the truth them. And bless up to all the road them.